ऊर्ध्वरेतसस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती काल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Please repeat. ॐ शन्नो मित्रशं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We take Lord's name. Please repeat. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Om 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 Namah
Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Har Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj. Hari Om. Please chant from At Yadite Karm Vichikitsa Va Vritta Vichikitsa Va Syat. Mantra Pushpam, page 22. And in the Bhashya, page 45. Got it? अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा
अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा
वृत्त विचिकित्सा वा स्यात्
वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात्
ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः
ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः
युक्ता आयुक्ताः
आयुक्ताः
अलुक्षाक् धर्मकामा स्युः
अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः
अथ ते तत्र वर्तेरन् अथ ते तत्र वर्तेरन् अलुक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः
अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः
यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन्
यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन्
तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः
तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः
अथाभ्याख्यातेषु
अथाभ्याख्यातेषु
ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः
ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः
युक्ता आयुक्ताः
युक्ता आयुक्ताः
अलुक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः
धर्मकामा स्युः
यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन्
यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन्
तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः
तथा तेषु वर्तेताः
एष आदेशः
एष आदेशः
एष उपदेशः
एष उपदेशः
एषा वेदोपनिषत्
एषा वेदोपनिषत्
एतदनुशासनम्
एतदनुशासनम्
एवमुपासितव्यम्
एवमुपासितव्यम्
एवमुचैतदुपास्यम्
एवमुचेतदुपास्यम्
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
we saw that the first value of this Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad is on dharma and upasana. Whole situation is that the I, because I is the source of misunderstood I, misconstrued I, is the source of sorrows. Therefore, this Upanishad, before telling about Brahmagyan, it is trying to tell about how to get out of uncontrolled I and unsurrendered I. So there are three problematic I's: uncontrolled, unsurrendered and ignorant I. So here in this particular section only, uncontrolled I and unsurrendered I is being taken care of. And a long list of do's and don'ts are mentioned, which those who have attended, they will know that. And what is more important is that the reaction, expectation, demand, attachment, anger of my personality dilutes by living a life of strong do's and don'ts. When a person is dharmic, slowly that dharma makes his mind free from the worldly issues. When a person is not religious, or he is not having detachment, or he is not having surrendered, or he is not having absence of anger, or he is not having absence of bhed buddhi, then the world has an easy entrance in the heart and create havoc inside. Dharma means through which you create a distance between the world and you, between every person and you, between incident and yourself. When you are surrounded by, supposing, a big crowd, so every step moving is a challenge. Like we go to Baki Bihari temple and there is a whole place is flooded with people. So moving one step is an achievement. It is not, we are not free to run, free to go. So when a person has attachment, aversion, attraction, anger, so his mind is easy punching bag for the world, because world has its own way. There is a prarabdha of a person. There is a set of people around. They may be conducive, they may not be conducive. They may be here today, they may not be here today. They may understand, they may not understand. They will appreciate, they may not appreciate. You, as much as you can be convinced that world is not the place I can control beyond the point. And things will happen which I don't want. Things will happen, people will be there whom I don't want. We should have to make our mindset such that world has an entry into my analytical mind and not my emotional mind. I analyze the world and drop it where it was, rather than allow it to be affected by the sorrows and joys of the world. the process through which this is done, it's a long-lived process that is called the religious or the dharmic life, or the life where I am practicing my understanding. When you force your right understanding to come at emotional level and create a expectationless, reactionless and demandless mind. Expectationless, reactionless, demandless mind. Competitionless mind, jealousy-less mind. Then you have inner sanity. Moment the mind is dictated by some kind of demand or expectation, you lose your power of thinking and understanding any picture in its completeness, because something small is now occupying you. So dharma, or the life of code of conduct, or the way of thinking, way of working, that is a training given for a long time. And this is tedious because you have to learn not to be thinking and the groove that already has been deeply engraved in our mind. And therefore, it is based more on practice. It is based more of understanding and, as Gurudev says, standing under. So you have practiced it, you have repeated the thought. By knowing that anger is bad, anger will not go. By knowing expectation is not go, expectation won't go. There is a willpower which has to act here. It has to be the will. The Jnana Shakti should become Ichha Shakti and Kriya Shakti. So, when a person has trained himself, then this person can live anywhere. The very maturity of a person is that with a different set of people, he is not uncomfortable. Because he has a naturally distance, emotional distance, so they don't enter into his mind. It is only when I have a certain demand, which is non-spiritual demand, which is egocentric demand, which is attachment-centric, then only certain people will fulfill their egocentric and attachment-centric demand. If it is a divine demand, like I want to do japa, I want to meditate, I want to do puja, then you don't need a particular, then anywhere you can satisfy this demand. We want to meditate, if you want to chant Lord's name, if you want to do puja, anywhere you can go, anywhere you can do Manasik puja. But when it is egocentric demand, a dharmic demand, then you need a very strong setup with certain people who will only recognize you and who will only make you big. Not everybody will think. So dharma makes you ready to receive the Atma Jnana by creating Shat Sampatti, Vivek, Vairag, Moksha and Shat Sampatti. Without going through the process of creating a strong will in us, without removing the weeds in our mind of attachment, of aversion. I don't like him, I like him a lot. He is my competitor, or he is going ahead of me, I am behind. Unless you are out of all these base, mean sentiments, you will not have even the time to think about the knowledge of self. Forget about knowledge of self. So dharma tackles that samskar which should not be there. It is samskar, vasana, mean vasana removing agent. I practice it and I realize that I am little more free than what I was. I can live without XYZ person. I like him, but not that he is indispensable. Even if I don't meet you for 5 years, I will be fine. 5 years? Okay, 10 years then. Even if I don't get this particular food, I will be fine. Even if I don't, if that person progresses a lot, who is my contemporary, I am very happy. I am not a competitor. When you take sannyas, you declare yourself a non-competitor in the society. You declare that I am a harmless person. I will not harm anybody. And it is a training which you have to give to your mind. And therefore that becomes tough because our own nature will come up. And this was said by Satyam cha swadhyaya prochanam cha, etc. etc. Shamascha swadhyaya cha prochanam cha. You had heard this in Dharma. Now one last section is remaining. This will complete. And if it is completed, then we may go to Ram Gita. The rest of the days. So don't be happy that there is no class. So, only neither you sleep, neither allow others to sleep. Yes. No, you have whole night to sleep. From 10 o'clock to 6, 7 o'clock, you can have a good rest. What more is required? Well, so much work is there. So much work is there that you have to manage it. So, dhyan dena, don't take these words very lightly. And if any worldly issue is troubling a person, father, mother, children, neighbor, whether it is he is doing good, whether he is not doing, understand that something has become in too much close and it has dislodged the God from my heart. I have made it too personal. Anything other than God or self personalized will give you uncontrolled sorrow. So understand that. And therefore, earlier days in Gurukul system, when the child was going at the age of 7 or 8 or 10, much emphasis was on dharma. Character building was much important than data pumping. They were not making money minting body or mind. They were making a person whose life was based on character, surrender and knowledge. These three were the cornerstones of a Hindu person. He was a man of character, he was a man of surrender, and he is a man of knowledge. By the time he was 20 or 21, and supposing he had to go to the Grahastha ashram, or mostly they were going to Grahastha ashram, 98-99% people are fit for that one. Or in other, then both places you need, this is small. You have to have the integrity inside, the surrender inside, and the complete picture of world, God, Jeev, Jagat, which the teacher has instilled in the person. So he is not after base desire that I want to become popular or I want to have this or that, or I don't like him, I am strongly against him, I hate him. All these things were not in his psyche, or it is diluted form. I may not prefer with somebody, but I can live with him, no problem. I don't prefer that I have to be with him all the time, but if is there I can spend time, no problem, I have no issues. I can live like that. So now, these portions we had seen in the class. Now I am coming to the last section, which is very interesting section. Here teacher is, because it's a convocation address, so the students are going back to their homes, most of them. And teacher means that I won't be there to guide. Earlier phone was not there, or this communication was not there. Students were coming from 1000 kilometer, 100 kilometer, 200, 500. So it was not that easy to again approach the teacher. And he said, supposing if you have some problems in your life or you have certain questions, then what should you do at that time? When I am also not there and you are not getting the answer. So here that aspect is being dealt. Now please see. Atha yadi te karam vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat. I hope you got it. Atha yadi te karam vichikitsa. He is saying, he means the teacher is saying, Guru is saying, it is possible that while living in the world, you have this book on that. So, no, you don't have. Oh, why you never? Just bring it here. So he is saying that it is possible that when you are going in the world, you may have doubt. Because dharma is a very dynamic thing. It's not a stagnant and static thing that this is dharma. Somewhere definition of dharma is difficult to find out. There are grey areas, what we call. There are certain areas which may be difficult to understand that what to do under this particular situation. You have a certain amount of money and your son is ready to be paid the fees, you have only that much of money. And to the last day, and he has to apply for American ticket or the university. And your father is badly unwell. And doctor is asking that money right now. Now one is the career of the son, other is the life of the father or the health of the father. So now what to do at that time? Should I leave the father and give the money for his further studies for which he had prepared for 1-2 years? Or ask this son, we cannot afford, wait for the time and give the money to the father's health? Now what is my dharma at this critical time? There are times where you are in doldrums. You're not clear exactly what to do. There are situations, because I say dharma is not something you can just predict everything, that everything is there, okay, don't eat non-veg. It is very easy. I follow that. Don't, kill anybody. I follow that. Don't be angry on this person. I follow that. Some things are in black and white and very clear. If anybody comes, guest comes, please treat him well. Please offer the food. Or, if Acharya is there, my teacher, let me worship him. Very simple dharma is there. Complexity starts when certain things are both sides have plus and minus. And therefore, under that condition, he is talking what to do, whom to offer. Or I am not very clear about this. Something about my actional ambiguity is there. Actional ambiguity. It can be sadhana oriented, it can be job oriented. In the office somebody said, this is the black money that you have. I don't want to leave the job, but if I leave, I cannot pay the rent now. And I am being forced to do this work which I did not want to do. My boss is saying this much money, you have to get it. I know this is wrong way of earning. But what to do now? Shall I leave the job and I'll be totally insecure with my children, wife and family who are dependent? I'm the sole breadwinner of the house. Or should I compromise somewhere? To which extent shall I compromise, if at all I have to compromise? So there may be many times in somebody's life where he is on the crossroad. And this is being addressed by the teacher, that it is possible in this time, what should you? This is called karam vichikitsa. Vichikitsa means doubt. And karma is regarding your duty, regarding your action. You are gone and on the road all of a sudden accident happened. Now you are seeing somebody is there. He has to be taken to the hospital, nobody was around. But you know the police will be after me and they will ask 100 questions. In India it happens many times. That police is after you after that. They will ask too many questions. And supposing that person is not of is criminal or something, then you are again into problem you have to go to. Now what shall I do at that moment? Should I take him to the hospital? Or should I leave him and get the peace of my mind, because after that I have to go through a lot of police station and all these things. There can be many issues in the actional area. Action is a complex area. Understood? Huh? So please understand that. You have to come in satsang. Now your in-laws have come. Or father, mother has come. Or some important person has come, neighbor has come. Somebody very close relative has come who has done a lot for you. And you also want to come in satsang. That satsang is very important for you. Now either I leave them or I attend the camp or I leave them. Let them make it camp, make it more interesting. Or I have to come in the camp and either I leave them. So under such, what to do? If I leave the camp, I will miss I was waiting for that camp for 1 year. Or if I leave this person, I will also feel guilty that see he is feeling bad and he will feel, because of me. You cannot leave one camp because there can be many areas where I don't want to hurt anybody. At the same time, I don't want to be dissatisfied. That is called karma vichikitsa. Second is called vritta vichikitsa. Like my conduct with somebody. Vritta vichikitsa means it is called vritta vichikitsa where some social conduct is involved. Karma vichikitsa, I don't know how to do sandhya vandan. I don't know do Gayatri mantra. I don't know which jap to do. It is my personal. And where vritta means where social and other people are involved. My behavior with them or my action with them. That supposing I am not clear about my action with them. What shall I do with my action with them? Somebody has come in the rainy season. All of a sudden he said, I want a shelter in your house. It is raining outside. Shall I give the shelter or not to give the shelter? Knowing that criminals can be there, thieves can be there. How to trust that person? But he is getting wet outside. I am seeing that he is totally drenched in the rain and it is night, 10 o'clock. And he is saying, just give me one shelter, give me one room. And I don't know him at all. What shall I do? Shall I allow him at least in the house or ask him to get out of the house? I don't trust anybody. There can be many situations while living in this world where you are unclear and both way adharma will come to you. You feel like that. So what is my real dharma at that particular time? I told you interpretational dharma, constitutional lawyers are there. Sometimes constitutional crisis is there. You don't know this is right or that is right. What shall we do? Can president appoint this or not appoint this? Can this happen or that happens? And such time that lawyers find a way out that this is the constitution and therefore this is the possibility. This will be the right way constitutionally. Similarly, what is the scripture saying? The problem is that the scriptures are very vast. There are two issues with the scriptures. They are so big, so vast, each Purana, if you start reading, it will take months and years. Vedas, hardly few shakhas, 18, 19 shakhas are there. Most of the shakhas are lost. So that itself is impossible to read in one lifetime. Bharadwaj ji says, Bhagwan, I want to read whole Vedas. So he had to take 3 verses. So 300 years he just read all the Vedas. But after that he said, still there are more. You have got this much of knowledge in the handful of sand in midst of the ocean. You have only handful of knowledge. Anantaha vai Veda. So how can we adjust? Such a vast is there. How can we find our dharma? So for that we need very matured, very experienced person who has read everything. Then he can interpret my dharma as per desh, kal, vastu, paristhiti. Then I can say this is there. Like sometimes dog is suffering a lot. So they say, should we put off the dog or leave it like that or allow it to suffer? So there is also one thing is there. You know, human being also sometimes is there in what is it called? Huh? Nahi bhai. So they can so they can no, sometimes they will give injection. He is suffering a lot. Huh? Euthanasia. So that also is it right or not? Achha, for human beings, I'll leave it. But what about a dog? So they can put off the dog by giving injection because dog is suffering a lot. Because dog also can have cancer, he can also have backbone problem, can also have diabetes. Dog also have all these issues. So what is my role at that particular time? I want to take sannyas, but my father, mother are suffering a lot. They have allowed me, but they are in a very bad health. Now what shall I do? Should I serve them or should I leave them all alone? I am the only son. Or shall I first serve them and then wait for the right time? There can be so many issues when you are working in this world. You have other brothers and sisters, don't worry. So atha yadi te karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat. ठीक है, you are very hungry, you have to take medicine, you have diabetes, and you went to the shop, and you know my food is there, and one plate is there, on that non-veg was served, the same person is served, you do puja part, now you have to eat your own vegetarian, now shall I eat or not eat? Because he has already touched it, and I have taken insulin, so I have to have food within 2 hours or 1 hour. What shall I do under such condition? So there can be many things. And then teacher is saying under such kind of ambiguity, because two problems with the Vedas. First, they are very vast, so it is you cannot fathom if you don't know. Secondly, sometimes you feel there is apparent contradiction, not a real contradiction. Because one it will say Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya. Other it will say Sardharman Parityaj. At some place it will be said, you should not leave your japa puja. Other place it will be said in Manduk, see, bole, if you are in duality, you are papi. So both things they are saying, bhai hum mane kisko mane. So you need a very matured person to say that this point has been set for this adhikari in this place, in this time, at this situation. Well, I want to do Sandhya Vandan, but I don't have sufficient water. So scriptures say, okay, do with the sand or you can offer sand or you can say mud also. So when you see the scriptures and if you read various texts like Ashtavakra Gita or Avadhut Gita, and you read Bhakti, lot of contradictions appear. But they are not contradictions because I am half cooked and therefore I am not able to interpret. My interpretation is not okay. I am not able to get the right answer for me because everybody needs a different treatment. Some mind needs devotion, some needs more meditation, some need more japa, some need more puja. Some need to live with the Guru, some need not live with the Guru. He has grown over that. Some person is kami, krodhi, lalchi. He needs to live with the teacher because in presence of teacher only he will be balanced and disciplined. Otherwise he will be living a more licentious life. He needs to be with the teacher. He is not yet mature to leave the teacher. Some are there who are very meditative, they understand. No, he need not live with the teacher. You are very independent. Some people are there who need to go for Tirth Yatra. They have Rajogun. Some are there who need not go because they have gone and they have found it and they are much quieter in themselves. Or their life doesn't have as serious problem that they have to pray so much for that. So these areas are what to do under these areas. So two problems. One is at a personal level, doubts is there, and second is at social conduct level. When I say personal level, it can be which jap to do, how much to do, which mala to do, what to do meditation, what is my best action, what is my best way of living in this particular situation. And vritta means when I live with the people, how should I conduct myself socially. So these are the social conduct is called vrittam. I hope this point is clear. Like Raja Bhagwan Ram is leaving. Kekai said, now you go. And Raja Dashrath is totally fainted on the ground. Not to leave the father fainted on the ground, or to be with him and see that he gets well, then go to the forest. Or mother is saying, right away you go. So here is where ambiguity is. If Ramji was immature, he would have said, okay, let us stay till my father is okay. And that would have created, father will say, I am not well at all, please be here. Mother will say, now you go. So he had to be tough to leave the dying father on the deathbed and go for dharma. Imagine that. Vasudevji promised Kans that I will give you the child that is born. Now first child was born, his name was Kirtiman. And now he is asking the child from Devaki because of it. He knew that he will kill. So should I protect the child's life or should I give to the Kans? Both the options were he could have run away. He could have run away in some other city and then Kans will chase, we will see later on. If you and I were there, we would have thought of running away with the child rather than being there and seeing my child dead. We will try to escape somehow by some route, but not only one child but six child he could give. Because he felt something was very critical at that time. He said, if I run away, then the child, Bhagwan Krishna, who had to come as the eighth son, he will not be coming here and then Kans will not know the glory of Devi or his glory, and therefore I have to be here and I have to go through this fire walk for Bhagwan to be born. If I run away somewhere, so we will not know where he is born. Bhagwan's Ichha is to be born in Mathura only. And then he should be taken to Gokul. So you should have some sixth sense also developed. And then only urgency in the Kans will be there. Otherwise, I will not cross Jamnaji. So all the Bhagwan's planning of crossing Jamnaji and keeping there, this will all go away. So my point is, under certain situation, what you should do, I hope you are understanding. So two serious issues are the scriptures. One is their vastness and other is their, for the layman, it appears somewhere contradictory. Because everything is not for everybody. Some medicine is for taking vitamin, but same medicine, if you take more vitamin, that will be increasing in your body and it may harm you. This iron tablet should not be taken beyond a point. The same iron tablet should not be taken if your iron has become normal. B12 should not be taken if your B12 has become normal. It will harm your body. So it is nectar for something and it can be poison for somebody. So same marrying may be very good for somebody. For same marrying may be very horrible for somebody. It may be his disaster. He was not fit. Everybody is not fit for not marrying. Everybody is not fit for marrying. You can't make a blanket rule because everybody has different vasana, different karma. And therefore certain ways dharma is varying from person to person. You cannot put a blanket statement that this everybody should do. He's not, everybody should get in the morning, everybody should do jap. He has late office. He comes from the office late, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. He can't get up early. or he has a night shift. He can't get up early. There are 100 things, or he cannot sleep because of his disease. He sleeps at 2-3 o'clock. For him, this getting up morning rule doesn't apply. He will be more sick if you make him get up in the morning. He has blood pressure issues. He needs more rest. I hope you are understanding. What the scriptures say is for a particular person. If you see military people, they are thrown in the jungles. And you won't believe sometimes they have nothing to eat. So they catch the animals and they cook and eat. They cook the snakes also in the jungles. There's a training is there. They have nothing. So for the protection of the country, they have to survive. And for their survival, they have to take somebody's life. Because if I don't take their life of many people will be lost there. So there are a lot of permutation and combination of dharma. In that case, so you need a very matured and very advanced person to tell what is right and what is wrong. I hope you are following my point. Now it is said, well, whom shall I go to? Because Guruji, you are not here close. Students are coming from far off places. Not that student is coming from only next village. Or the student, it takes sometimes 15 days it took to come to the teacher. One month they used to, and you need urgently some kind of solution. So teacher is saying, don't worry, when I am not there, please see. Ye tatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aloksha dharma kamasyu yatha te tatra varteran tatha tatra vartethaha. He said, do one thing. Where you are living, find out somebody, some Brahman is there. Brahman means that person whom you have faith, who is very mature, who has scriptural depth, social understanding, spiritual height, religious proximity. He knows society very well, social norms. He knows the scriptures very well, scriptural depth, social vastness he knows, family issues he knows, but spiritual heights he knows, the goal of life. Who also knows what are the weaknesses of the mind of individual. Otherwise he will give impractical solution. One, if you get some person there because you have no time to come to me now. Tatra, where in that particular time is this, where you are stationed. Acha, Okay. Then what shall I do? So yuktaha. Is there somebody, yuktaha? Here yuktaha means who is established in karma kand also. He knows all the actions. He has very good knowledge of what action has to be done. He is not a person who has not done good action. So karma kand, yagya, yagadi, who has done sufficiently, so knows the greatness of that. That is called yuktaha. So karmadau yuktaha. I hope you are understanding. Karmadau yuktaha. Karmadau means this anushtan ityadi karma. He is yuktaha. He is endowed with that. He is well versed. Acha. So he is quite master in that. When you say, well, I don't know karma, I don't believe in karma. You have ever done it. You know the meaning of that. चुप रहो तुम कुछ किए दिए है नहीं. You are cancelling without understanding that. So he is already established that. He has done it. Yuktaha. First thing. Second is, what is second here? Please, yuktaha will go with tatra. Tatra means in that place. In that place where you are living. Acha. Vevitehin sammed. These 10 words are between yukta and tatra, brahmana and sammarshana. So yukta will go with tatra. in that place. Second is ayukta. Please God. Ayukta means who's not influenced by other factors. He is, Bhaskar writes, aparaprayukta. He is not prompted by somebody else to say something. Who is not prompted that he has to ask somebody else, or he has some pressure, therefore he is saying, or he is biased on certain things. I am biased on a certain thing, or I have my own ideas. I am biased on karma kand, or I am biased on bhakti, or I am biased with married life, or I am biased with sannyas life. Not like that. I should not be biased. Otherwise, he will say everybody should become sannyasi, or he will say everybody should marry. So that he is not be biased person, or he is biased towards certain actions. One should not be prompted by something else. Anybody biased, he doesn't see the complete picture. He is under force of something. I like this kind of place. I like this kind of work. I like this kind of jati. That is called, who doesn't have this pressure is called ayukta. Who is ayukta? He will understand your standpoint and give you the solution for you. He will understand your standpoint. You know, one person came from Vivekananda Kendra to Gurudev. And he said, Gurudev, I want to leave that and come to Chennai. Gurudev said, no. When you are born and brought up in that, so how can you leave them? And you have the tendency to act a lot, so you continue where you are. You know, that Muslim person came to our ashram. Sheikh had come. So he was very close to Gurudev. So one day he said, I want to come to Hindu religion and convert. He said, no. When you are already born and brought up there, your sanskar is there. To continue that, you keep on studying study the scriptures, come to me, but become a better Muslim. So one who is not somebody who will force you to do because he particularly likes certain things. Then only you can understand, because you don't know that this person is not fit for what I may be proposing to him. What I may be proposing, he may not be fit for that mantra. Sometimes they like one mantra and they give one mantra to everybody. But that person may be fit for some other mantra. Nothing can be universal here. Everybody's close sides are different. Eyesight is different. Your number is different. My number is different. Which medicine I take, you don't take. Which medicine you take, I don't take. You feel more cold, I feel less cold. Or I feel more cold, you feel. See, some are celebrating summer. No cold is there. Some are having more sweater. So everybody's mind is different, body is different. So how can you say everybody is fit for one mantra only? And how can you say everybody is fit for one ishta only? This is what is called incomplete understanding. Then you will give mass diksha. Everybody should chant Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody should chant Hare Ram. Everybody should chant. Everybody's tendency is not there. Everybody should meditate only. Why are you generalizing anything? This won't work. It is impractical. You are going against the nature of somebody. You are not understanding the person well. So this is called ayukta, who is not prompted by something else or somebody else, or he has to ask somebody else to give you the answer. This another meaning is there. This is called ayukta. Third, aluksha. Ralayoho abhedaha. Ra and la is abhed. Arukshaha. Alukshaha means compassionate, who is not dry. Otherwise he won't listen to you for a long time. A compassionate person alone will give you time. To be evolved is one thing, but to be compassionate is another thing. Evolution, if it is compassion, then only it is complete. Because he will feel this is a flimsy matter. He is talking with stupidity, nonsense. He is too high. But he will not understand that this is where he is stuck up. Let us help him out so that he can rise on this level. So he is to be compassionate also. Alukshaha. Arukshaha. He should not be dry and he should not be disinterested in your matter that he doesn't want to listen to you. He said, what is all these things? What are you talking about? Nothing like that. This is the third point. One word is Sammarshinaha. Sammarshina means Vicharakshama. He is a very good thinker. He thinks from social point, scriptural point, personal point, or what is it called? Future point, Antaryami point, parents' point, Guru's point. As many standpoints you have in your understanding, to that extent your decision will be fine. Don't stand because I feel like that. You feel, but what about your family? What about the society? What about your future? Think from future point of view. It will become a norm. It will become a tradition. What you are doing will become a tradition. Or maybe your parents will get hurt. Maybe society will get hurt. Maybe it is not as per your real nature. Maybe scriptures are not say. They never say like that. You should do like that. This is not as per the scripture. So understand the scriptural viewpoint, social viewpoint, antaryami viewpoint, future viewpoint, your parents' viewpoint, the close ones' viewpoint. That is called sammarshina. That is called well thought of. Well thought of. Something was well deliberated upon, well meditated upon. It was not a premeditated word. Meditated means well thought of, well analyzed. Good decision was there. Sometimes therefore decisions are delayed. Good decisions are there. Bhagwan, Arjun said, I don't know. Bhagwan did not say, okay, let us go back. He stood there and told. Everybody should know that we are still in the fight. Don't think Arjun is out. He is still in the battlefield. If he had gone out and told him somewhere in ashram, Gita, people would have thought Arjun has run away. He didn't make appear that Arjun was running away. So I have to do something so that nobody else's reputation goes down. Because I want my principle to go high, I should not put somebody down. My honor should not be at the cost of somebody insult. There are many angles. I hope you are getting my point. Understanding that? Naradji was converted to monkey face in Ramayana. But to everybody, they say only Naradji. Except these two Ganas of Lord Shiva, everybody saw that he is Naradji. He didn't bring down his reputation. So still people did not see the monkey. But these two are required to take away his ego, therefore they were seeing the monkey. So don't rush to any action immediately. Take some time. And this is what the person who is sammarshina, who is well matured, he thinks from various ways and angles. देखो कितनी क्वालिफिकेशन, युक्ता, सम्मर्शिना, युक्ता, आयुक्ता, अलूक्षा, and last, dharma kamasyuhu. Dharma kamaha. Dharma kamaha means that he also is a very religious person. He also practices the dharma. Bhashkar writes here, adrashtarthino akamhataha. That means he sees the fruit of action. He knows this karma will have this fruit. He has a prayerful life. He is not killed by one's personal desires. He has a prayerful life. In his life, he himself has created a good fruits. And he knows by this action, by not following mother, father, this fruit is there. By not following teacher, this fruit is there. By this action, this karma kand has this fruit of action. This jap will have this fruit. This speaking like this will have this fruit. Not speaking will have this fruit. This is called dharma. He knows dharma very well. Dan, giving this dan has this fruit. Taking bath in the Ganges has this fruit. Who knows this, the relation between karma and karma phal. And also he is not bitten and hit by his personal desire. A kamhata. I hope you are understanding. Such a person, if Dhritarashtra had known this, he would have stopped the Kauravas. He was the only one who could have stopped the Chirharana of Draupadi. He did not know the fruit of action. That fruit of action will be very terrible. They did not know the relation between karma and karma. Some people don't know. They don't know that I will be in a very big problem because of today. They say in Urdu there is one line, Lamho ne khata ki, sadiyon ne saja pai. Understood? What? Few moments, lamho ne khata ki. Few seconds only did the mistake, and punishment is for centuries. Don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Sometimes you are saving money here, but because of saving money, you have to spend much more loss after that. So don't do all these things. If the Dhritarashtra had stopped them at that time, please note, Bhima and Arjun wanted to kill Duryodhana at a wrong time, during the Pandavas in Vanvas. But Yudhishthir was very matured. And Chitraketu came and he was fighting with Duryodhana. But Yudhishthir said, see, you will not get a good fruit of action here. Let us face them on the battle when Lord wants. I don't think so Bhagavan Krishna will want like this, that you should do like this. Go through it. Go through 5-6 years of problems. You will have permanent big fruit. Right now, if you do something in impulse, it will have bad fruit. You need a very far-sighted person to understand this nitty-gritty of life. See what a nice advice he has given. Sammarshina, yukta, ayukta, aluksha, dharma. 5 qualities are there. And when you live with somebody, you can make it out. This person is greedy, or this person is kami, or this person doesn't know the properly. He is not relating, or he is biased. He is forcing upon me that you should also do like that. I do this mantra. You also do like that. You will know. You start. You are not a foolish person. A person has common sense. Therefore, I always say everybody should study at least till 24 years, 25 years. At least you will develop some common sense. And definitely you should study mathematics. Even if he is weak, he should definitely study. Therefore, till 10th and 12th mathematics is compulsory in most of the colleges or schools. He will develop some logical thinking. He is not a stupid person. He is not a village pumpkin that you can just make him do anything. Then black magic is there, he did all this. He will not be like that. You will know that life demanded much more maturity and you need much more guidance than you got. You need much more and much earlier. So, if you go to that person, ask those people. Or you observe them and see what they do in the environment, then you do accordingly. Mandodari was matured like that. She could understand everything. Tara was matured like that. They were not the person who didn't have a vision about all angles. Tara was so smart. In Valmiki Ramayana it says, when Bali started rushing to kill Sugriva, Tara said, already from my spies I have found out who is Ram and who is Lakshmana. Don't think they are ordinary human beings. I have known everything. She knew everything about Bhagavan. And she tried to dissuade that, please don't go. You don't, it will be last fight of your life. One who can kill Khardushan will not be human beings. To understand that, don't talk in a huff. One talk can have long-term implication. It will take many years to get out of that issue. If I could have stopped that moment, I would have taken the pain of not expressing for 1 hour, 1 day, 2 days, maybe 1 week. Maybe I could have been fine. So, he said, when you are with these people, please see, yatha te tatra vartenan, tatha tatra varteta. Please see how they react. And you emulate them, not imitate them. Imitation is a physical thing. Emulation means as his attitude is there, my attitude will be there. Dhyan dena. Spirituality is not imitation. That as my guru is doing exactly, I will also walk like that. Or I will put like that. It is not imitation. It will become caricature. It is emulation. Emulation is emotional, attitudinal, ideal. You say, he is my role model. So as they are doing, you should do that. Or if you are not clear, please ask them. Because they are alukshaha. They have a compassion to explain to you. Therefore you need a softer person, because person may be very good, but if he is not very soft, then he will not give you time, because for his standpoint, yours is a silly problem. He is investing in my time. So therefore you need somebody who can identify with you. So as they do, you should also do that. One more, just 1 minute. It is said here, next, athabhyakyateshu, second case is there. It is possible, what? What is written? Abhyakyateshu. Now there is some person there who is accused. How to live with somebody accused? Doshena, but his charges are not proved. So, asandehya manena sanyojita. Charges against level may not be proved, but he is accused. So, how should I live with him? Because I will be also under fire if I live with him. Supposing he has been accused of stealing, or he has been accused of lying, but it is under still sub judice. It is under not proved still. Then what shall I do with him? He said, again go to those Brahmins. Your Brahmin means matured, wise person. You go to this and you see how they are behaving with him, or how they are asking with him. Accordingly, you cannot tailor-made rule is not there for that person. It's not tailor-made rule. Then because you don't know what he has done in the past, what he has not done in the future. Kenachit teshu cha yathoktam sarvam upanedya. So, sarvam means what has been yathoktam, all 5 things. Those people who are ayukta, yukta, ayukta, sammarshina, ityadi. These 5 qualities has to be there. Don't forget. Not anybody will be able to deal with you. Acha, and you go there and you see there, my time is over. Although still 2 lines are there, I thought I'll complete. Maybe tomorrow I'll complete this, then we'll start another text. So tomorrow same timings, we'll complete. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः